Hello, it's BrickBros UK and we have our alternative build for the LEGO Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set, the Milano vs the Abilisk 76081, which is a build that's taken us some time to make because we had to change the spaceship into something completely different. But it was a good challenge, and after some time building we made the alternative build we're calling the Guardians of the Galaxy Galactic HQ, which includes a big headquarters build, a chill out sofa for Baby Groot and the gang, a weapons rack and a defensive space turret. So there's 4 separate builds that you can place around to expand the HQ for play, which will allow you to create the galactic headquarters you want for your heroes. And if you want to make this, you can check out the step-by-step build tutorial at the end, but first let's review the build. So for this build we did have a few parts and pieces left over, as you can see, which were mainly small Technic pieces that you could add in if you wanted to use them up. And we also decided to keep the Abilisk monster intact because it's great to have for play and it looks really cool, so there's no need to break up the Abilisk. Now starting with the main build, it's the headquarters, which uses the majority of the Milano spaceship parts, and this gives the build an angled design plus a great orange and blue colour scheme that's very nice. We also created 2 identical wall sections on the left and right to bulk out its construction, and these walls have built-in computers which the Guardians can use to research their next missions. And we also added in these movable green antennas for a bit of decoration. Then on top of each wall is an orange fin that adds to the HQ's design. And we connected these fins to ball joints so you can angle them how you want to change the HQ's look slightly. Then for an extra bit of customization we hinged both wall sections so you can move them in to make the HQ smaller, or you can move them out to expand it for play, which allows you to create the HQ you want. Moving to the center, we wanted to make a memorable area fans would like, so we upgraded Star-Lord's tape deck to give him a bigger sound system for his tunes, which now has 2 large grey speakers either side of the tape player that's also got some buttons so Star-Lord can control the music. And this sound system centerpiece is a cool place where the Guardians can chill out after they've had a hard day saving the galaxy. Then above the tape deck is this spinnable grey generator that powers the sound system and computers. And for a bit more decoration we used the large slope blue bricks with the pointy orange brick to create a colourful overhang for the middle of the HQ, which looks very nice, but they also help with the build structure, which is another bonus. Then lastly, if we swivel to the back, you can now see all of the build structure, so overall the HQ build is a useful build in giving the Guardians computers as well as a cool sound system, but we also thought it could be a nice display piece for a mock or scene. Next up, it's the sofa that's a build you can use with the HQ sound system because it gives the minifigures a place to rest. So at the front it's got grey steps that lead up to the blue and orange seat area that has angled armrests where Baby Groot can sit. Then in the middle there's plenty of room for 2 other minifigures to sit side by side. We also made 2 trans-light blue lights for the back that have grey flags on them for decoration, and with spare parts we created 2 blue and orange movable flaps that can be arranged how you want. So that's the sofa build, which is a simple creation that gives the minifigures somewhere to sit in the HQ. Moving on from the sofa, for battle we thought the HQ needed a build for defense, so we made a space turret that can fire at the Abilisk or hostile spaceships. So like the other builds, it has a blue and orange colour scheme, and it all rests on this grey base that has 3 sloping blue bricks for the turret mount that add nice armour to the base, with the sticker one at the front for extra detail. Now at the bottom of the turret we attached trans-light blue slider plates for deflector shields on both sides to protect the gunner. Then for play we fixed the top of the turret to a ball joint which allows you to move it around 360 degrees, which is great for battle. We also clipped on the 2 grey stud shooters on the front for firepower, then added some angled blue plates for armour behind the stud shooters to protect the gunner's seat. Then for the gunner's back, we decided to use the round Milano canopy piece as a clear force field that will protect the gunner from incoming blaster fire from behind. And in the centre there's a space on the orange seat where the gunner, like Drax, can climb aboard ready to take control of the turret. So overall the space turret with its flexible connections will provide the heroes with a fully functioning weapon to protect the HQ, which is great to use in battle. So last but not least, it's the simple weapons rack that's just a build we made as a handy storage solution. So as you can see, it's got a plate base with orange feet and there's space for storing the jetpacks as well as Star-Lord's helmet on this bottom area. Then further up there's clips for the sword and dagger and a totem pole style head that has purple and yellow lights which we put in to add colour to the rack. Then if we turn to the back, we covered up its crude construction with a sticker tile to complete the build. And that's everything you need to know about the weapons rack. That's a great place for all the heroes to offload their equipment and weapons to keep them safe. So now, in battle, when you put all the builds together, you can defend the HQ from the Abilisk attack. On a final note, our Guardians of the Galaxy Galactic HQ alternative build was really fun to make because it completely changes up the set for play because you now have a big headquarters instead of just the Milano spaceship. But we did find the Milano parts very useful because they provided us with lots of orange and blue pieces that give the HQ an interesting design and colourful look that make the whole build a good display piece. But it's also great for play because your heroes can use the computers or blast out tunes on Star-Lord's sound system, then chill out on the sofa and store their equipment on the weapons rack after a mission. And if the Abilisk attacks, Drax can man the space turret to fire at the beast, so if you like the look of this build and want to make it, here's the step-by-step build tutorial. And that's the finished build, so now you can enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy Galactic HQ, or maybe you've taken inspiration from the build to make something more awesome. Hope you enjoyed a Brick Bros UK alternative build, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.